Not every man has the courage to confess his feelings, but his body language and actions reveal the truth. There are subtle signs that show when a man secretly loves you, and if you know how to spot them, you can see feelings he hasn't yet had the courage to express. In today's video, you'll discover 8 signs that he loves you deeply in secret. The 6th one is so unexpected that it might change the way you see someone special. First sign, he pays attention to the small details. Have you ever noticed that? Some people seem to remember everything about you, while others forget what you said 5 minutes ago. When a man secretly loves you, he pays attention to even the tiniest details. He knows your favorite ice cream flavor, remembers your dog's name, and even notices when your tone of voice changes because you're feeling down. This doesn't happen by chance. He cares about you, and without even realizing it, he shows it all the time. Now, think of someone who remembers things you mentioned just once. Maybe he asked how that important meeting went, or noticed that you changed your perfume. This kind of attention comes from a special place. When we like someone, every little detail matters because we want to truly know that person. And a man in love does this effortlessly. If he really likes you, he'll show it in subtle ways. It could be by mentioning a song you once said you love, bringing you coffee just the way you like it, or even recalling something you told him weeks ago. These small gestures reveal a deep feeling. And the most interesting part? Sometimes he doesn't even realize he's doing it, but you do. But there's another way a man can show his feelings for you without saying a word. Something hidden in his gestures and the way he acts, but that few people actually notice. Second sign, he always finds a way to help you. When a man has deep feelings for you, he won't just stand by while you struggle alone. He takes action. It might be something simple, like holding your bag when your hands are full, or something bigger, like offering you support in a tough moment. He doesn't do this out of obligation. He does it because he genuinely wants to make your life easier. The desire to help is a silent way of showing love. Have you ever noticed that some people always show up at just the right time? If he sees that you're tired and offers to handle something for you, if he makes a point of being there when you need him, or if he anticipates your needs before you even ask. This isn't just kindness. It's a sign that he wants to be important in your life. He wants to be someone you can rely on. Now think about it. Is there someone who always finds a way to help you, even without you asking? Maybe it's that friend who insists on driving you home when it's late, or that coworker who takes on a task for you when he sees you're overwhelmed. These gestures say much more than words, and if he does this consistently, there might be a very special reason behind it. But beyond helping, there's another behavior that reveals hidden feelings, something he does without realizing it, and that you can notice just by paying a little more attention. Third sign, he sacrifices for you. Loving in secret often means putting someone else's happiness above your own. When a man has deep feelings for you, he gives up certain things without hesitation. It might be canceling plans to help you through a tough time, or even missing out on something he enjoys just to see you smile. These silent sacrifices show that he's willing to prioritize you. Have you ever noticed someone giving up something important just to support you? Maybe he stayed up late to listen to you vent, or skipped an event to be by your side during a difficult moment. This isn't something people do for just anyone. Someone who doesn't care simply moves on with their life. But someone who loves you, whether they say it or not, shows it through their actions. The true proof of love isn't in words, but in what someone is willing to do without expecting anything in return. When he gives up his comfort for your well-being, it means you have a special place in his heart. Small sacrifices in everyday life speak louder than grand declarations because they come from a place of genuine care. And if there's one thing that truly reveals what a man feels, it's the way he looks at you. There's something in his eyes that says it all, even when he doesn't say a single word. Fourth sign, he looks at you differently. Eyes often reveal what words try to hide. A man who secretly loves you doesn't need to confess anything. Just watch how he looks at you. It's that lingering gaze when you're distracted, the sparkle in his eyes when you smile, or even a quick glance away when he realizes he got caught staring. His eyes give away what his heart feels. Have you ever caught someone looking at you in a special way? Maybe he watches you with admiration when you're passionately talking about something, or stays focused on your every expression during a conversation. This kind of look is different from that of just any friend. It carries warmth, interest, and often a mix of desire and respect. When someone loves you, their gaze has intensity. The most interesting part, he might even try to hide it. He may quickly look away or pretend he's focused on something else. But at the right moment, when he thinks no one is watching, his eyes always find their way back to you. It's an involuntary reaction, as if his presence is always connected to yours. And this kind of look doesn't lie, but the eyes aren't the only way a man secretly expresses his feelings. There's another, even more subtle behavior that speaks volumes about what he truly feels for you. Fifth sign, he feels jealous in a subtle way. Even when he tries to hide it, a man in love shows subtle signs of jealousy. He won't make a scene or cause problems, but small actions reveal what he truly feels. It could be the way his tone of voice changes when you mention another man, or how he suddenly pays more attention when a colleague compliments you. This discreet jealousy is a reflection of his fear of losing you. Have you ever noticed someone reacting differently when the conversation involves other people in your life? Maybe he jokes about one of your friends, but deep down, he's trying to figure out your relationship with him. Or he might casually ask indirect questions, just to make sure you're not interested in someone else. These small details say a lot. What's most curious is that even if he doesn't want to show it, his body gives him away. It might be a more focused gaze when you're talking to someone, or a subtle change in his expression when he senses a potential threat. He might even laugh it off and try to hide it, but deep down, jealousy shows up as a natural reaction from someone who cares more than they'd like to admit. But if there's one thing that truly reveals a man's feelings, it's the constant need he has to be close to you. Even without an apparent reason, he always finds a way to keep in touch. Sixth sign, he always finds a reason to talk to you. When a man has feelings for you, he looks for any excuse to start a conversation. It could be sending a random message without a real reason, asking an obvious question, or commenting on something completely unrelated just to keep the interaction going. He doesn't need a big excuse. For him, any exchange of words is a valuable moment with you. Have you noticed someone who always finds a way to start a conversation, even when there's nothing new to talk about? Maybe he sends you a meme that doesn't even make much sense, or asks a question he already knows the answer to, just to keep the dialogue flowing. These frequent interactions are not random. He misses you and wants to create opportunities to be part of your day. Not only that, but he makes an effort to keep the conversation going. If the chat is about to end, he finds a way to extend it. He might suddenly change the topic or remember something he wanted to tell you at the last minute. All of this happens because, deep down, he enjoys your company and looks for ways to stay connected to you. But beyond wanting to be present, in your day-to-day life, there's something even deeper that can reveal his feelings. If he truly cares, it goes beyond the present. He shows interest in your future. Seventh sign, he cares about your future. When a man has genuine feelings for you, he isn't just interested in what's happening in your life right now. He also cares about what's ahead. He wants to know your plans, your dreams, and what makes you happy in the long run. It's not just curiosity. He truly cares and, in some way, wants to be part of your journey. Have you noticed someone who always asks about your goals? Maybe he wants to know where you see yourself in 5 years, what your biggest ambition is, or even how he can help you achieve it. When a man is interested in your future, he's showing that he doesn't see you as just a temporary presence in his life, but as someone important. He also celebrates your achievements as if they were his own. If you accomplish something you've been striving for, he's genuinely happy for you and supports you unconditionally. And even in moments of doubt, he encourages you to keep going. This type of involvement shows that he doesn't just like you, he wants to see you grow and reach everything you desire. And there's one more important detail. A man who truly loves you doesn't try to rush or pressure you. He understands that everything has its time and respects your pace. After all, real love doesn't suffocate. It gives you space to be exactly who you are. Eighth sign, he respects your space and time. True love doesn't suffocate. It gives freedom. When a man loves in silence, he doesn't force situations or demand constant attention. He understands that you have your own life, your moments of solitude, and your individual needs. Instead of pressuring you, he shows patience and lets things unfold naturally. Have you ever noticed someone who is always around but never invades your space? He stays present without being intrusive, respecting your silences and your choices. If you need some time for yourself, he understands without questioning. This attitude shows emotional maturity and a genuine feeling that doesn't need control to exist. He also values your independence. He doesn't try to change you, rush you, or fit you into a certain mold. On the contrary, he encourages you to be exactly who you are, without fear of judgment. Respecting your space is a clear sign that he wants to be by your side, but without taking away your freedom to choose to be with him. And in the end, this kind of discreet and patient love is the one that surprises the most. Because when a man loves you like this, he's just waiting for the right moment for you to notice. If you enjoyed this content and want to learn even more about the hidden signs of love, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss any new videos. And now, how about continuing to watch? The next video is already playing on the screen. See you there!